All right, so today I want to do a couple of things. Wanted to talk about the Forbidden Reach real quick. So I just went over and went into week two of the vaults. I think they're called Ur or something like that. Um, they are markedly more difficult than they were last week. Um, you can see my Demon Hunter here. I just maxed out my ring, but my item level was still it was 384, 383, something like that. And the mobs inside the new vault wrecked me. Now I can go out in the world and kill just about anything, elites, anything like that. The stuff in week two was much more difficult. So I went and I got enough gems that I could break them down, put work orders in for my jewel crafter, created the unstable elementium, got all three of my stones upgraded to the maximum. One thing that I just wanted to show now, I've got tons and tons, I've spent tons of time over there. I've got a lot of gear. I got one piece for my Demon Hunter that I could use. I've got multiple leather boots, I've got multiple leather belts. I get tons and tons and tons of cloth stuff. But I've already geared everything that I can here. So I'm actually gearing a couple of warlocks that I have on different servers that I will probably never play. In fact, they're level 60. So you get tons of gear, but it would be really nice if, if a trinket would drop, if a couple of weapons would drop. That'd be really nice. And I know they're there because I got a weapon that I gave to I think it was one of my mage or something like that. Anyway, so you're getting tons and tons and tons of gear. I went through, I got all the keys, I got enough to upgrade. So the vaults they're worth it, but in my opinion, once you get this ring maxed out, what else is there to do? If you want to go over there and farm some gear on another character, that's fine. I have mentioned in previous videos that I went through the Primalist Storms. I was spending a lot of time um, farming the Primalist Storms prior to the release of Dragonflight, and I had 31 level 60s that were fully geared in Primalist Storm gear. 31. I don't even have time to play the ones that I have on this one server. I think I have 9 on this server, and I'm playing probably, well, I do the profession stuff on all of them, but for the most part, I'm playing maybe 2 because there's so much to do, which is not bad. It's just the fact that I have 31 characters that I'm not going to play most of them. So the second thing that I wanted to talk about, I'm going to switch over to my jewel crafter real quick. The second thing I want to talk about was okay, the unstable elementium. It was super easy to get. I just bought the item off the auction house. I mentioned this before. Paid like 5,500 gold. Went the jewel crafting rare is right above the camp in the bottom of a cave. I went down and killed it. Got the pattern. Very easy. And I've been able to craft enough unstable elementium. I think I have 3 max rings. Uh, just going into the vault, you got to get the gems. You got to break them down yourself. They're all soul bound. You can't buy them or anything. So I've been able to do that. But one thing that I noticed today, I get so lost trying to find the jewel crafting person. It's just right down here. There we go. So start talking about work orders, and I've never really done public work orders until today. I started looking. So I came over to crafting orders. It never says public. Well, it says right click on a recipe to favorite it. Okay, let's favorite uh, the unstable elementium. So here we go, unstable elementium. So I come in here and I ended up installing an add-on, and I'll show you the add-on. It's called No Match, No Make. something like that. Let me see if I can find it here. Of course, it's not going to show it. Yeah, right there. No mats, no make. So what that add-on does is in your public work orders, it's going to give you an extra column and it will tell you if the person that put the order in has all the mats, none of the mats, some of the mats. Uh, if you look at all of these, I think some of them have been canceled because there was a whole bunch that had no mats. So what happens? So 600 gold. If you look at the price of dust, I probably don't have any dust on me because I used it all, but um, if you look at the price of dust, you're talking a lot of gold. Dust is right around, it's 27 gold each, and you need 25. So let's do the math here. 27 times 25, and I pushed the wrong button on my phone, of course. So 27 times 25 is 675 gold. So this person is offering a 600 gold commission. I'd get 570, but it cost me 675 gold in materials. Okay, what kind of a dumbass would do that? I mean, for real, seriously. Now, some of these, I've already done 4 for today. I can't do any more. You can see the 0 here. Some of these I would definitely do. In fact, I'm going to come on tomorrow in the morning and do 4 more. If we can sort these by the time. Um, this guy has all the mats. He's giving you 100 gold. There's a lot higher commissions than 100 gold. So if you want to upgrade your ring, make it worth it. I think the default um, commission is 600 gold, and that's why there's a lot of these that are 600s. That's the default. If you want it done, look how many of these. There's just tons and tons. But look at all these with none. Okay, if you crafted these, you would lose money. I'm sorry, but you'd have to be a complete idiot to spend your gold to craft somebody else's crap. So a big giant kiss my ass to all of these people here. The ones that are going to be the high commission are the ones that are going to get filled. And if you don't want to pay, then you don't. You can find a friend or whatever. That's fine. But for people like me who are kind of our overall goal is to make gold this expansion, but that's turned into be just one giant shit show. You can't make gold with anything, no matter what it is. I made a lot of money on the Crimson Combatant stuff, but it's down to 300. I was making thousands of gold on the Crimson Combatant stuff. Now I've spent a lot of gold. I have 352,000, but I've spent a lot of gold on different things. But I was making a ton of stuff on this PvP stuff, ton of gold. It was very, 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 very good. Just picked up a couple of patterns today. Some profession equipment stuff that I need to do. I've been stuck at 82 of my jewel crafting for a very long time because this stuff is expensive. Talking 225 artisan metal to get to 80. To get to 100, I need 16 of those. I don't have that much artisan metal. That's a lot. The other stuff I could get if I spec'd into the faceting, 400 gold each is not a ton, but you have to spec into the air gems in faceting, air, frost, fire, and you have to get all the way to maximum to be able to do those. So that's going to be something I'll do in the future. I'm probably not going to hit 100 for several months. You got a lot of stuff that you could do with the Sparks of Ingenuity, Elemental Lariat. I've tried and tried and tried and tried and tried to get that. Very, very difficult. It's still over 3 million on my server. But I just wanted to kind of throw that out there for people who want to get unstable elementium. I really like that ring. In fact, I played my paladin here. I've got his ring maxed out, and I was literally one-shotting a lot of stuff, two-shotting most stuff, and once in a while I'd three-shot stuff. So I'm just wrecking with my paladin out in the world. Same with my demon hunter. I round up 5 or 6. I'm one that I don't want to kill one at a time. I'd rather punch a baby in the face than kill one at a time. So I want to round up a bunch of stuff. But I was killing stuff with my paladin, just one-shotting it. It's just crazy. And one of the gems that I have on here puts lightning around you. I think it's which one is it? There's uh, electrical charge deals 24,000 damage. That puts a charge around you, and I was charged all the time. You have to move. Moving built an electric charge, so but I was moving enough that I had that charge going all the time, and I was just wrecking everything. And this is a paladin that I took over to the Forbidden Reach during the beta. My item level was like 286, and everything just wrecked me. I was getting my ass handed to me, and now there's not much I can't kill with it. I still need a new weapon. My weapon is not all that great, but I've got enough gear, as you can see. I've got 4 pieces of the empowered, primal empowered. Um, I've got a pretty good neck piece, and my ring and my second ring is pretty good. I'm using the Dark Moon deck right now. I need to find something that's a little better. But for what I'm doing, it's fine. So use that, use the Forbidden Reach to gear up your guys, get you that ring, and then, in my opinion, just go out and do your dailies. Look at that, 4.2 million for that elemental lariat, and there's only one there, and I can't imagine that anybody is going to pay 4 million gold for that. I farmed Primal Storms forever, but now that I'm now that I'm close to 400, I can go out in the world. I can do dailies. I can get my reputation up because my reputation is horrible on this guy. I have several characters that are in the 20s. In fact, the Demon Hunter that I just showed you, my leather worker, is maxed out on a couple of them. But jewel crafting, Tuskar have some designs that you can get. There's a couple of these that have those, and so I need to focus on my paladin and do some primal storms. Now that I've got my 2 demon hunters, I love demon hunters. If you didn't know, I absolutely love them. They're just so powerful. I follow Jedith. He is a demon hunter expert, and I've followed him for a very long time, and I use his builds, and I absolutely love demon hunters almost as probably more than I do warlocks. As much as I love warlocks, I watched Haraldin do a speed run on a warlock, and I was like, wow, that's freaking nuts how powerful the warlock is. Now they're not great in dungeon because they're stopped to cast, but so I got 2 demon hunters. This one is a tailor enchanter. This one's a leatherworker skinner. My shaman is an alchemist. Um, I don't like playing a shaman. I don't think they're maybe I just suck at them, but I don't think they're very powerful. My hunter, kind of the same way. I've played a hunter since BC. Hunter was the second character that I ever built. In fact, I think this one is the same one. I've had to realm change it, but I think this is the original hunter that I had in BC. Druid, I really like playing balanced druid through Shadowlands. In fact, the very first character I started was this druid, and was going through the Waking Shores and stuff. And holy shit, I was just getting my ass handed to me. I even switched over to bear, and I can kill stuff with it, but it's just super weak. And if you watch Iceberg Gaming, Mike plays a balanced druid, and he has a hard time. He really does. Paladin, like I just showed you, and then my Death Knight. I played Death Knight when they came out in Wrath of the Lich King. This is actually, I think this may be my first. I don't think I have another Death Knight. But I was just wrecking shit. It was a like a hero class, and I really, really wrecked stuff, and I really liked it. I have a friend who played Demon Hunter and kind of gave me a couple of tips because I'm not an expert on it, but I have more fun and I can kill much faster with my Demon Hunter and with my Warlock. But anyway, so go to the Forbidden Reach, get your gear, get your ring. I think that's well worth it. And then again, professions are dead. All of the gear that you're going to get in the Forbidden Reach is better than stuff that you can craft, which is really, really sad. Even with the sparks, I'll go back to my leather worker here. Even with the sparks, the gear that you craft is not as, in my opinion, it's not as good as the stuff you can get from the Reach for free. You're gonna have to spend tons and tons and tons of gold on some of this gear. I specced into a couple of leather working specialties in order to craft leather gear, and it's just, I mean, you look at them and like these lifebound things, the 389. Okay, I can get 395 gear in the Reach. I just get the little upgrade tokens. I don't have any. I upgraded all of his gear today, and I got 395. So why would I spend this much gold on a 389? You know, you can't upgrade it. If you raid, you can upgrade it to 395 to 405 and then 408 to 418. But these don't come from world content. Um, I actually think I have a piece of gear on here. I think I made a belt. Yeah, I crafted this belt with Crit Mastery, um, the Lifebound belt here, and but it's 389, and I could get a 395 piece from the Reach, but this one, um, it's got the stats that I want on it. I can't guarantee that I'm going to get stats on a Primalist leather belt that I need, and I need crit. Crit is Demon Hunter's number one. Anyway, so go to the Reach, get your gear, get your ring, enjoy it. Then just you can hunt rares all day long if you want. That's completely up to you. But I personally don't see the point in spending all day over there because you're not really gaining anything. And after going through the vaults, I got my ring upgraded. Why the hell would I ever want to go in those vaults? You go in the first room on the right, you get this big slime thing that comes out, and the damn thing its health kept going back to 100%. It's completely wrecking my shit, and it's going back to 100% health. I think I died twice trying to kill it. Um, there's several mobs inside the doors that are much, much more difficult than they were last week. So go enjoy, have fun, get your gear, have enjoy it, and just do your world quest. And now my phone's ringing, and I got to go. So you guys take care.